Oh no, no, there's a family coming. Right, 5 seconds, thank God for that. In today's video, I want to talk about taking it slow. Today's slow video is sponsored by Squarespace. If you need a website, go to squarespace.com/Heaton. Now, what do I mean by slowing down? Well, you see, I've just got back from Iceland. In fact, this video interrupts 2 weeks of Icelandic videos. And that was hard. I mean, it was amazing fun, but 2 weeks of non-stop photography out all night, all day. And you can burn out. Now, I'm not burnt out, don't get me wrong. But in the summertime in the UK, I struggle. I really struggle. And it's because of the late evenings, late sunsets, and the really early sunrises. And the fact that in summertime in the UK, now this is just my opinion, but it's difficult to shoot. Everything's green and overgrown. Everywhere's busy, full of visitors and families because the kids are off school. And of course, there's nothing wrong with that. But there is one place I can always rely on no matter what season it is, and that is the beach. And I am so lucky to live on the Northumberland coastline and be able to come and visit any number of beaches and get some lovely images. And today, I just fancied taking it slow, not going out with the pressure of capturing images, but going out to enjoy nature, the beach and the coastline. I did bring a 10-stop filter with me, and I intend on using it and getting some lovely, long exposures. So that's what I'm doing today, taking things slow, taking it easy, and just taking in more than the photography, if that makes sense. So I'm wading out into the water just to try and get a good perspective of this lovely curve in the river. And I'm hoping to get a really nice long exposure. Although there is a slight problem. And that is in the time that it has taken me to suss out this location, get out into the river, set my tripod up, get my filters, judge my exposure, put the discs under the feet of the tripod. The clouds have been and gone. So we literally have about 3 remaining tiny clouds over the castle. So that's all I have, but I'm gonna take the shot anyway. It's really quite bright, so even with a 10-stop filter, I'm still looking at only a 30-second exposure, and that's on f/22. So I think I need to wait for the light to drop. Now all the clouds are that way, which is much further north. So I need to find a composition looking north. But for now, I'm going to get the shot because it's totally still worth shooting with this lovely S-bend in the river. It's absolutely phenomenal. So you won't hear me say this very often. f/22, 30 seconds, 10-stop filter. Here we go. So that shot was quite nice, but I feel it needed more in the sky. Now we have this river that continues and then flows out to sea behind me. But I don't know, I've had a good look around. I've walked up and down and looked at the banks and the shorelines, and I'm not overly convinced that there is an image here worth capturing. Don't get me wrong, it's really nice, but there are lots of footprints, there's lots of distractions and seaweed, and the curves aren't as curvy as I would like. But just standing here and watching the river flow is just so peaceful and relaxing. I think with Iceland, I'd almost forgotten what landscape photography was all about, because the videos coming up after this video, there's a lot of bad weather and a lot of sort of, striving to get images, which is great. That's sort of the action and the sport side and the endurance side, but I really miss the calm, slow side, which actually tends to come in autumn. But what I can see is just over my shoulder, there are more clouds moving in. So although the tide is retreating, I'm going to head back to the area where I shot the image just previously and see if we can get it again. The light has dropped a lot, so should get much longer exposure. And we've got these clouds moving in, and they're moving in quite fast. So I'm going to get a move on. But yeah, this looks quite promising. So sadly, nothing here with this river running out to sea, but hopefully if we head back to where we were before, we should be able to improve on the image we took earlier.
Close all the curtains, stay on the phone. We are the monsters, holding you still.
So that is me about set up now. I've got my CDs underneath the feet of my tripod, which stops it sinking or sloping in this incredibly gooey, sludgy, muddy sand that I'm stood in. I've got my filter on, my composition is framed, I am focused. It's now just a case of waiting for these clouds here to move into position. Hopefully they will. But to be honest, they can take their time, because look where we are. I couldn't think of many places I'd rather be right now. This is just absolutely gorgeous.
We are the monsters.
Okay, the clouds are moving into position now. We're getting amazing reflections on the water. I need to take my own advice and slow down, just be still. Because the more I move, the more I disturb the water, which will disturb the reflections, and in turn will also disturb my tripod. I am balancing a very fine line here. Everything must remain still and calm. So I'm shooting at f/22. I don't like to shoot at such a small aperture. However, on this occasion, I want to prolong my exposure as much as possible. So in this instance, by shooting to f/22 with the 10-stop filter, that gives me a 4-minute exposure, and that should be perfect for these clouds. However, I have to nail this, because I'm only going to get 1 or 2 chances at this. I am composed, I am focused, I'm in bulb mode, and it's simply a case of exposing the shot and making sure that I nail the timing. The clouds are just falling perfectly over the castle now. This is getting better and better as time goes on. So this video is all about slowing down, and I think this is such a fine example. By taking long exposures like this on a lovely, calm summer's evening, you get the most out of it. You get the most out of your photography. You get to enjoy photography itself and finding the compositions, but you also just get to enjoy these quiet moments, and you can appreciate the cloud formations, the lights, the reflections in the water, the gorgeous golden sands. And as much as I struggle in summer, and I really do struggle in summer, it gets me down. By mid-August, I'm just ready to pack it in, and thankfully we get autumn, which is the best season, immediately after. And you know, summertime is hard, But my advice to those that struggle in the summertime is to come to the coast, because the coast always delivers no matter what season, because not much changes. But this is a pleasure, an absolute pleasure. Oh no, no, there's a family coming. All right, 5 seconds, thank God for that. Come on. Oh yes, absolutely, absolutely stunning.
To the beginning, we are the end. Hold on to nothing. There's nothing waiting last. As you fall in love.
I really enjoyed this evening. I think it's really demonstrated how important patience is in landscape photography. I mean, this video it was never the intention of the video, but it just so happens this video has really demonstrated patience. Because when I first shot that composition, I spent so long setting up that I'd actually missed the moment and the clouds had passed. And then I just waited. You know, I had a look around, explored some other possible images, but I hung around for maybe an hour or so, and then I could see the clouds coming back, and I could see the potential, and everything looked good again. And I had to wait about a further 45 minutes for those clouds to move into position. And then I had to take a 4-minute exposure and be really still in the water and be really patient and make sure everything was right. And patience is so much part of landscape photography. And hopefully this video has shown you the importance of just slowing down and taking it all in, and how much enjoyment you can get from that, and how it's not all about the image. I always say this, I know, but it's not. It's really about the experience. And today the experience was peaceful, still, and just lovely. So I really hope that you've taken something away from this video, because I struggle in summer. I really, really struggle, and I would love to know in the comments below if you struggle, and if so, how you get through it. I come to the beach and shoot the coast. I'd like to thank Squarespace for their continued support of this channel. It's a massive help and I really appreciate it. So if you do need a website and you don't want to code one yourself, and you don't want to have one built for you by a web design company, go to squarespace.com/Heaton and start your free trial. Give it a go, it's so easy, and they do look great and they work really well. And if you like your free trial and you want to make a purchase, use the offer code Heaton for 10% off your first purchase. And remember guys, slow down and take it all in. Okay, until next time, bye for now. Almost forgot my CDs. Come on, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Aha! 2. Aha ha ha ha. 3. Whew! 3 CDs. Almost left behind.